Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll be showing you where we have our practical classes for each course. As promised, here is a better view of the biochemistry lab. We are a total of about 35 students in our year group. And for biochemistry classes, we are split into 3 different groups. So each group has about 12 students, which is really helpful in the sense that everyone gets a chance to have a kind of one-on-one with the professor, and everyone gets a chance to also take part in whatever experiment we'll be having on that day. I have 2 lab partners, and as you can see here, it was my turn to pipette. I believe that was distilled water for whatever, I cannot remember what we were determining on that day, but yeah. And now we'll move on to the physiology lab. During this week, we were doing the topic blood. So our practical classes were to do with blood. In this case, we were determining blood type. In most of the physiology practicals, you can choose to take part or just watch. You can, in this case, we were determining blood type. So you could volunteer if you wanted. And yeah, pretty much that was about it. Of course, before that, we had a bit of a lecture before we actually got into now determining the different blood types. And I believe mine was A positive, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it was A positive.
Wow, Tanya's blood is different. Why is her own blue?
A positive.
Yo, we have an A positive.
The labs are fully equipped with whatever equipment you can possibly think of that may be needed in a medical school. Here is the physiology classroom again. This is where we have our lectures. And now we go across town, I guess, to the main campus. This is at the Department of Physics or Faculty of Physics. It's about 10-minute bus ride away from the Faculty of Medicine. This is where you have your biophysics labs or exercises. As you can see, the lab is completely different. It's not as modern, using old type equipment and so forth. This is at the main campus. The Faculty of Medicine and the main campus are not in the same place. If you check on Google Maps, then yeah, like the Faculty of Medicine is in its own area. But even though it's not at our faculty, the practicals are still very engaging and you still learn quite a lot. And it's just pretty cool that they make sure that every course has some sort of practical to it, and you get to practice what you've been doing in theory during that week. And you actually get to practice it, which is pretty great. In this clip, I was preparing to record an ECG of my lab partner. That was me pretty much fighting with and here now, this is me fighting with the electrodes and trying to connect all of them in the right place and begin recording. We are in groups of 10 for biophysics, and then you get 1 or 2 lab partners. You can see the professor coming to assist me and showing me that I don't have to fight with them. I can just squeeze the thing and it just goes on. But yeah, hey, we learn something new every day. As I mentioned before, because we're in such small groups and then you get one lab partner or two, it's very one-on-one, and yeah, everyone really gets a chance to try out whatever is going on. From here, we go back to the Faculty of Medicine, and this is where we have our communication skills practical classes. Here we practice and learn how we will best communicate with our patients and colleagues once we're done with school and become doctors. Next up, you will see an entrance hall. And yeah, they're usually always very aesthetically pleasing for those of you that like to take content and whatnot. There are many areas like this around the faculty where you can just chill before your next lecture or practical or whatever it is. That will be all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.